This chick has a baby dad at home with 3 kids, and she shows me her screensaver, and there's a picture of her and her boyfriend. She will go to another man to find what you are lacking. I'm telling you. Today's topic is going to be a little bit more serious. So today I'm going to talk about what getting jacked taught me about women in relationships. Now, this video is going to be a little bit more serious simply because a lot of you guys are actually in these current situations I'm about to explain, or you're going to be presented with this situation, right? So let me explain. So let's backtrack about 2 years ago when I got my first personal training job at a big box gym, right? So the gym is brand new. We don't know any of the members as trainers. We don't know any of the members, and the members, none of them know us, right? So pretty much, guys, one of my first few days there, I was working out on my break. I pull up to one of the benches right next to this white chick, right? Or I should say white lady. She's about in her mid-30s. And as I'm working out, right, I'm doing some curls. I can tell, like, through the mirror, she's giving me the eye a little bit, right? She's looking at me, she's glancing at me up and down. So I'm thinking, like, at this point, I was very inexperienced woman. So, like, I'm not really taking it as a choosing signal. I'm just like, oh, like, I don't know what I thought, honestly, but I didn't know what it was, right? I didn't know what she was doing. And of course, she was older than me by like 10 years or so, right? So I'm thinking like, okay, she's just looking at me, right? So I'm doing my curls or whatever, and then she keeps looking at me. And again, mind you guys, I'm a personal trainer. I just got hired, right, at a new gym. So I'm only thinking about the money, right? I'm trying to get these sales. I'm trying to get these clients. So as I'm done with my curls and she's done with her set, I go over to her, and then we start making some small talk. Pretty much, I'm letting her know that I'm a trainer, and if she wants some sessions, then I can take her number down and I can go to the computer and schedule her for her first session. That's exactly what I did, right? So fast forward to the first session. Pretty much, guys, these sessions last an hour. 30 minutes, I'm talking to her about her goals and aspirations and what she wants to accomplish physically. And then the last 30 minutes, we're going for the workout, and then we come back to the table and wrap it up. So pretty much, when we were jotting down her goals and everything like that, we were talking about her goals, she was like turning it into like a therapy session, right? Guys, mind you, this chick was on the bigger side, right? She had potential. She had a nice ass, right? She had the shape and everything like that, but she had the gut. So pretty much, she's like trauma dumping on me and everything like that in the therapy session about her baby dad. So now it's starting to make sense. Okay, she has potential. She was probably bad before she had the child, but she just had a child. That's why her belly's so damn big, right? So now it's all making sense. So I'm like, okay, but I'm still not going to take her serious, guys. I don't settle for fat chicks, right? I'm not going to play the waiting game of, I'll wait till she gets in shape. I'll wait to make my move once she gets slimmer. Nah, bro, I'm not doing that. Anyways, she's trauma dumping, right? Whatever, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. Let's get back to the workout, right? Let's get back to the actual fitness aspect of it, right? So we're done with the questionnaire or whatever. We go on to the turf to do our workout or whatever. She's doing the workouts pretty fine. So it actually surprised me. But anyways, we go back to the table. Now we're going over like what happened and everything like that. And pretty much, guys, my main objective here is to close her as a client, right? So pretty much what ended up happening was she didn't lock in with me simply because she was broke as hell. She was fully dependent on her baby dad, right? The same dude she's complaining about, the same dude that ain't shit, that's the same dude that she's complaining about is actually providing for her, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. What we're going to do is I'll book another follow-up session. You talk to him or whatever, see if you can get some change out of him so you can come train with me, and then we'll go from there. She was like, oh yeah, cool. So from there, I'm thinking, okay, cool, I'm going to see her on her next session. Bro, this lady starts blowing my phone up, just making small talk, right? She has my number. Again, like, she has my number now. So she's blowing my phone up, making small talk. And then she starts to say, what's your Instagram? I want to see what I'm getting myself into, or something like that. I forgot. But that sparked a confusion in my head. I'm like, whoa, like, now I did post workout videos on my page. I did post my other clients too on my page. But like, that's not something a client would say to a trainer, right? But anyways, okay, I gave her the Instagram, right? She follows me back. She follows me on my main page and my fitness page. So I'm like, okay, cool, right? And then she keeps blowing me up. So then I asked one of my colleagues, I'm like, yo, like, am I tripping? or what, right? Like, does this chick like me or what? And then he was like, yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie, that's a choosing signal right there. So I'm like, all right, cool, or whatever. So fast forward to the follow-up session. We have this session or whatever, and then pretty much, guys, again, same thing. Her baby dad was like, oh, you know, he's not gonna pay for me to have a trainer or this and that. So I'm like, all right, cool, or whatever. You know, whenever you get your money straight, you know, you can come back and, you know, we can train together. So I'm like, okay, cool. Guys, guess what she did after that? After that, again, she kept blowing my phone up. Again, right? So now we keep talking, right? But again, like I said, I'm not pursuing her. This chick is fat. So what ends up happening is, you know, over the next like 3-4 months or so, right? She keeps coming in the gym. She's consistent, right? She's putting in work. I'm not gonna lie. She's making progress, and she's still texting me here and there, right? She's making progress in real time. Like, I'm looking at her, I'm like, damn. Every single time she's coming in, she's getting slimmer and slimmer. So I'm like, oh shit, like, I might have to make my move now. You know, the other guys in the gym are noticing too. They're all looking at her. They're like, oh shit, like, you know, they're talking to her. They're like, damn, this chick is getting in shape. So now I'm seeing her shape like finally come together. All of this is going on, right? I'm looking at her. But in the back of my head, I'm like, wait, this chick has a baby dad at home with 3 kids, and she just had a kid this year. So in the back of my head, I'm like, should I do it? Should I not? Should I do it? Should I not? In the meantime, while I'm in this state of confusion on what I should do, she adds me to her close friends, right? She adds me to her close friends, and I forgot what exactly she posted, but it was some freak shit. It was some freaky ass shit, right? So from there, I'm like, all right, now I have to make my move. Now it's obvious. So what did I do? I swiped up, you know, she told me she was going to be at the club that night. So pretty much, guys, I pulled up on her at the club after she was done or whatever. You know, one thing led to another, and, you know, stuff happened. I can't say everything that happened, but let's just say we didn't go all the way. I forgot exactly why we didn't, but some stuff happened. Now, after that whole entire situation happened, you know, I was kind of feeling a certain way, because at the same time, like, you know, I wanted to keep going. But then in the back of my head, I'm like, damn, this woman has a whole man at home with 3 kids. Like, this is wrong, right? That's when my moral compass started to kick in. And pretty much, you know, it fizzled out. But one day, I guess they got back on good terms, and she posted a family picture of the 3 kids and him, right? Guys, this motherfucker looked like the out of shape version of me, right? Same background, same everything, right? Both Jamaican descent, right? Both similar skin color, right? Now, I'm not going to say the facial features were the same, because obviously, you know, my face was a lot more chiseled than his, but like, if he got in shape, he would look just like me, right? So now I'm thinking, like, damn, this guy has some pretty good money, right? His girl doesn't work. He has 3 kids at home, and he's supporting a whole entire household. He was making a decent amount of money, right? Guys, in my head, when she told me that, I'm like thinking like, all right, she may have been giving me some choosing signals, but, you know, she has a man at home, and she has a man at home that makes good money. Like, there's no way she would want me. I'm way younger, you know, and I don't have that much money right now. Like, she couldn't possibly like me, right? But guys, that's where I was wrong. Fellas, if you're lacking in some area, your woman will find what you're lacking somewhere else. She will go to another man to find what you are lacking. I'm telling you, it never fails, brother. It never fucking fails. I'm telling you. Guys, he was out of shape, and he probably wasn't laying it down properly, right? So where is she going to look to? She's going to look at the young, handsome Jack trainer at the gym. She's going to look to him for attention, right? She's possibly going to do some shit with him, right? Because, again, her man is lacking in that area. So I'm telling you guys think everything is sweet. This is why I'm telling you guys have to be elite on each and every single aspect, man. I'm telling you, if you're out of shape, if you have man titties, if you have titties as a man, your woman will find a dude who doesn't. Especially when you guys first get in a relationship, everything's fine and dandy, right? You start letting yourself go. Guys, she's gonna find a jack dude. She's gonna find a better looking dude somewhere else. And don't even talk about if you guys get in an argument. Oh my God. The second you guys get in an argument, she's looking somewhere else. I'm telling you, brother. She's looking somewhere else. Now, vice versa. If you're jacked and that's all you have to offer, guys, she's gonna cheat on you with a rich dude. She's gonna find that shit somewhere else. I'm gonna give you guys another story. So this was about a year or two ago. I used to work at a grocery store called Publix. All of my guys know this, right? At Publix, I made good connections with one of the managers. Occasionally, I would go to his store just to like shop and catch up, right? So I go there, and me and him were talking on the aisle, and one of the cashiers walked past us, right? Nice looking Latina chick, right? She walks past us, gives me choosing signals. Now I'm more hip to it. Now I understand that that was an actual choosing signal, and now I know how to go about it, right? So she walks the aisle, then goes back to her register, right? So obviously I check out at her register. We're making small talk. I get the number, boom, right? Guys, pretty much this girl was a complete 304. This girl was probably the easiest girl I've ever been with, right? Guys, I pull up on her one day at work while she's on break, and we got busy. Here's the good part though. Guys, right after we got done doing what we had to do, she starts confessing. She's like, oh, don't look at me weird or anything like that. I hope you don't care about it like that. But, you know, I have a whole boyfriend at home, da da da. Guys, she shows me her screensaver, and it is a picture of her and her boyfriend. Again, he didn't look like me, but this motherfucker was out of shape. This guy was out of shape with man tits. So I'm telling you, guys, you guys think it won't happen to you until it does. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. I don't want you guys to take this the wrong way. No man is subject to the rule. You could be the most elite man in the world and still get cheated on. It happens to that elite guy way less likely than it does to a man who is lacking in some area of life, right? So guys, I'd rather a girl cheat on me simply because she's a 3 or 4 and I didn't vet her properly, rather than her cheat on me simply because I'm lacking in whatever area, right? So guys, you guys have to be on the good end of the stick. You guys have to lessen your chances of getting cheated on, right? Now, again, of course, it can happen to anybody, right? I know you guys seen that CEO who got cheated on. His wife was at a baseball game with another dude, right? I think it was a baseball game. But yeah, man, it could be anybody. Bill Gates could get cheated on. Elon Musk, Andrew Tate, anybody could get cheated on. I don't care if you have the most money in the world, you're 5% body fat, and you have a fucking Bugatti, right? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. You're not subject to the rule. On the other hand, now, I don't want you guys to pursue women that are in relationships. That's fucked up on so many levels, right? It just so happens to be I got caught at the wrong moment. You know, I was horny. I was thinking with my horny brain at the time, right? And then the second time I genuinely didn't know. But yeah, guys, do not cheat on or do not pursue a woman who already has a man and you already know it. I would go as far as to say, don't even pursue a woman who has a baby dad. Guys, I don't know where you guys are from, but these guys are crazy out here in Florida. Everybody has a strap. I've heard so many stories of guys getting blasted because they were messing with somebody's baby mom, right? It's not that serious, guys. It's never that deep. I promise you, brother. There's millions of other women out here, man. It's never that deep. But yeah, man, don't go pursuing another man's girl, bro. It's always going to come back. Let me just say that. It's always going to come back to you one way or another, brother. But yeah, guys, that was the message for today, guys. You have to improve on every single level as a man. No aspect of your life can ever be lacking, because I can tell you what, if it is, your woman will pick up on it and she will find a man who has whatever you're lacking. It's that simple, right? And this is why I say women love conditionally, right? They love under the condition that you can provide. And the minute you stop providing in all aspects, you're cooked. I'm sorry to say it, you're cooked. And this is why I say you must be elite as a man. You must be elite, brother. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have to be elite. But yeah, guys, I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And until next time, guys, I'm out.